What if Mario was never created? Yes, you heard me right. What if the most iconic and influential video game character of all time never existed? How would that affect Nintendo, the gaming industry, and the world as we know it? Let's find out. Super Mario is the star of the Super Mario Bros. Franchise, which is one of the best-selling and most critically acclaimed video game series of all time. The franchise has sold over 380 million copies worldwide and has spawned numerous spin-offs, adaptations, merchandise, and cultural references. Super Mario is also the mascot of Nintendo, the Japanese video game company that has dominated the console market for decades. But how did Super Mario come to be? Well, it all started in 1981 when Nintendo released an arcade game called Donkey Kong. The game featured a carpenter named Jumpman who had to rescue his girlfriend Pauline from a giant ape named Donkey Kong. The game was a huge hit and became one of the most popular arcade games of all time. However, Jumpman was not originally intended to be the main character of the game. In fact, Donkey Kong was supposed to be a licensed game based on the cartoon character Popeye, but Nintendo failed to secure the rights from King Features Syndicate. So they decided to create their own original character instead. Jumpman was later renamed Mario after Mario Segale, the landlord of Nintendo of America's warehouse. He also changed his occupation from a carpenter to a plumber and gained a brother named Luigi. Mario and Luigi made their debut as the protagonists of Super Mario Bros., a side-scrolling platform game released for the Nintendo Entertainment System in 1985. The game was a massive success and revolutionized the gaming industry with its own innovative gameplay, graphics, music, and level design. It also saved the video game market from the crash of 1983, which was caused by an oversaturation of low-quality games. Since then, Super Mario has become a cultural phenomenon and a household name. He has appeared in over 200 games across various genres and platforms such as Super Mario World, Super Mario 64, Super Mario Galaxy, Super Mario Kart, Super Mario Smash Bros., and many more. He has also inspired countless other video game characters and franchises such as Sonic the Hedgehog, Crash Bandicoot, Rayman, Banjo-Kazooie, Spyro the Dragon, and many more. But what if none of this ever happened? What if Nintendo never created Super Mario? What if Jumpman remained as a minor character in Donkey Kong? What if Popeye was the star of Nintendo's flagship game instead? How would that change the course of history? Let's imagine a world without Super Mario. One of the most obvious effects on Super Mario's non-existence would be on Nintendo itself. Without Super Mario Bros., Nintendo would lose its most profitable and popular franchise ever. It would also lose its competitive edge over its rivals such as Sega, Atari, Sony, Microsoft, etc. Nintendo would have to rely on other franchises or IPs to sustain its businesses and reputation. Some of these franchises might include Zelda, Metroid, Kirby, Pokemon, Animal Crossing, etc. However, some of these franchises might not even exist or even be as successful without Super Mario Bros. Influence. For example, Zelda was created by Shigeru Miyamoto and Takashi Tezuka, who were also the creators of Super Mario Bros. Zelda was inspired by their childhood memories and exploring caves and forests in Japan. Zelda also borrowed some elements from Super Mario Bros., such as scrolling screens, power-ups, secrets, etc. Without Super Mario Bros., Miyamoto and Tezuka might never have had the same vision or motivation to create Zelda. In a similar way, Metroid was created by Gunpei Yokoi and Yoshi Sakamoto, who were also involved in Donkey Kong and Super Mario Bros. Metroid was influenced by sci-fi movies such as Alien and Blade Runner. Metroid also features some gameplay mechanics from the Super Mario Bros. Franchise, such as jumping platforms, shooting enemies, collecting items, etc. Without Super Mario Bros., Yokoi and Sakamoto might not have had the same inspiration or resources to create Metroid. The same could be said for other Nintendo franchises such as Kirby, Pokemon, Animal Crossing, etc. Without Super Mario Bros., Nintendo might have not had the same level of creativity, innovation, quality, and diversity in its games. Nintendo might also not have had the same financial success, market share, brand recognition, and fan loyalty in the gaming industry. Nintendo might have become a minor or niche player in the gaming market, or even gone out of business altogether. Another effect on the Super Mario Bros. Non-existence will be on the gaming industry as a whole. Without Super Mario Bros., the gaming industry might have never recovered from the crash of 1983. Super Mario Bros. Was widely credited for reviving the video game market and introducing millions of new gamers to the medium. Super Mario Bros. Also set the standard for platformer games and influenced many other genres and styles of games. Without Super Mario Bros., the gaming industry might have remained stagnant, fragmented, and obsolete. For example, without Super Mario Bros., platformer games might not have become as popular or as diverse as they are today. Platformer games are games that involve jumping from one platform to another, usually while avoiding obstacles and enemies. Platformer games are one of the oldest and most common genres of video games, and they have evolved over time to include various sub-genres such as action-adventure, puzzles, stealth, Metroidvania, roguelike, etc. Some of the most famous platformer games include Sonic the Hedgehog, Crash Bandicoot, Rayman, Banjo-Kazooie, Spyro the Dragon, etc. However, without Super Mario Bros., platformer games might not have had the same appeal or innovation as they do today. Super Mario Bros. Was one of the first and most successful platformer games ever made. It introduced many features that became staple of the genre, such as scrolling screens, power-ups, secrets, checkpoints, coins, lives, etc. It also had a simple but effective gameplay loop that kept players engaged and challenged. It also had a colorful and charming aesthetic that appealed to a wide range of audiences. Without Super Mario Bros., platformer games might have remained as simple and repetitive as they were before. They might not have had the same variety or depth as they do today. They might not have had the same impact or influence on other games of styles of games. They might not have had the same cultural or artistic significance as they do today. The same could be said for other genres and styles of games that were influenced by Super Mario Bros., such as 3D games, open world games, sandbox games, racing games, party games, etc. Without Super Mario Bros., the gaming industry might have not had the same level of diversity, innovation, quality, and fun in its games. A final effect of Super Mario's non-existence would be on society and culture at large. Without Super Mario Bros., society and culture might not have had the same exposure or appreciation for video games as an art form and as a medium of expression. So, what have we learned from this thought experiment? We have learned that Super Mario is not just a video game character, but a cultural icon and a catalyst for change. Without Super Mario, Nintendo might not have become the giant that it is today. Without Nintendo, the gaming industry might not have recovered from the crash of 1983 or reached the heights of innovation and diversity that it has today. Of course, this is all speculation and imagination. We can never know for sure what would have happened if Super Mario was never created. Maybe Nintendo would have found another way to succeed. Maybe another game character would have filled its gap. Maybe nothing would have happened or changed at all. But one thing is certain, Super Mario has made a huge impact on our lives. Whether we realize it or not, he has entertained us, inspired us, challenged us, and connected us. He has given us joy, wonder, excitement, and nostalgia. He has become part of our history, our culture, our identity. And for that we say, thank you, Super Mario. And that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed this hypothetical scenario of what if Super Mario never existed. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. Also, don't forget to hit that bell icon to get notified when I upload new videos. Now, I want to hear from you. What do you think would have happened if Super Mario was never created? How would that affect you personally? Do you have any other scenarios that you would like me to explore more? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next adventure. But before I let you go, I have 2 things I need to let you know. Number 1, never give up. And number 2, journey on. Peace.